Hey flower besties, it's John here, and welcome to my plant adventures.
Hey you guys, it's John here today. We thought we'd do another garden tour. It's been a few weeks, but things are changing so fast. It is the middle of April, and the garden looks so good. We've already switched out a few of the plants though. Some of the early spring flowers are starting to kind of fizzle out a little bit, so we're putting a little bit more heat tolerant spring flowers. We still have a lot of flowers that we're planting right now for the summertime, but I want to show you guys kind of what we've been working on. We just cut back this mahogany splendors hibiscus. It survived the winter, which is great. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They're kind of marginal in our zone, but they survived and they're coming back. And it's going to be a really pretty foliage plant in our garden over the summer months. This is another view of the Calibrachoa. This is the stair step bench. I think it's the funniest thing. Like look at these two. This one's just like super stunted, and this one's like very big. I kind of like the bigger one, just because it fills up more room, takes up more space. I just kind of like it. This is the Mix It Up lavender and pink. I think they go really well together. I love this combo. Look at that gorgeousness. It's so pretty. And then we tucked in some lavenders. We did get rid of some of the kales that were on here. They started to flower and then the flowers stopped, so we just got rid of them, which is okay. This is the Camelot foxgloves. Look at these. They're kind of sad from the summer sun. It's been nearly 100 degrees this past week, but they're still hanging in there. They're still looking cute, and we love that. More of the Calibrachoa. This is my favorite bench, you guys. I post about this one all the time. Again, with the Mix It Up pink and the Mixed Up lavender, and then we have this really pretty, like pink kiss Calibrachoa. Look at that super pretty magenta color. I think they all tie in really well together, and they go with these foxgloves absolutely beautifully. I'm obsessed. These have grown so fast. You do want to feed these really well with that. Either the Proven Winners or Jack's Classic. We love any liquid fertilizer over here. Oh, I love this apricot one and this pink one. Look how gorgeous that is. I love it. This one's the Pink Panther. But over in the main display garden, some of the delphiniums are just about done. The foxgloves are still looking great. And yeah, it still looks really good, you guys. Ranunculus, this is our last ranunculus. This is the butterfly. Helios, that little buttercream color one, still really pretty. We've been tugging in a ton of supertunias because they can handle the warmer temperatures. They can't handle like the extreme summer heat here, but we absolutely love this one. This is the Vista Bubblegum, and it pairs really well with these marigolds we just tucked in here. This is the Swan White. We have the Chamella Ranunculus right here, and they're rebounding quite well. We had some bird pecks on them, but they're actually coming back really well. The Snapdragons, the Twinny Peach. I think this is the peach or it's the bronze, but either way, it's still really gorgeous. I love the way it looks with these campanulas. These are in full bloom right now. Look how gorgeous these are. Aren't they stunning? I'm obsessed with them. They're so cute. They're like little like fairy teacups. We love it. And then over here, we did add in some Bordeaux supertunias. They're really pretty purple. I think those really well with the rest of the color palette. And we did add in this dahlia right here. We had a foxglove right there that we took from the main display garden, and we added in that dahlia that is called Karma Bicolor Bronze. Isn't that cute? It's just a really pretty one. And then over here, you guys, we have more supertunias in the display garden. They are definitely looking really well. The Midnight, we planted these all up from like little 6-inch pots in the middle of February. So the Vistas and all of the other supertunias. So they have grown so fast. Weekly fertilizer does magical work, you guys. And then the Tiara Pink, I love this color. This is definitely more of a trailing type supertunia. It's a great spiller. And then in the front, we have some really gorgeous alyssums still. We are probably going to replace it soon with the coxcombs in the upcoming weeks once they start to fizzle out a little bit. They're kind of just slowly fading away. More Bermuda, our Supertunia Bermuda Beach. Really gorgeous pinky coral color. I love the way it looks with the Twinny Peach Snapdragon. Just like gorgeous combo, especially with that other Saffron Finch Supertunia. Super stunning. We did tuck in this Dianthus. I almost said Carnation. They're in the same family. Super gorgeous. And then in the back, we did have a side pot with some kale. So we threw that kale in there. We threw another dahlia. This is the Karma bicolor bronze. We do have one tucked in there. Look how dwarf that looks. Isn't that funny? We might put some bricks under it to kind of raise up that pot a little bit, but she's looking really cute. And then in front of her, we have a salvia that's just starting to bloom. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. The foxgloves in the back obviously look so good. We got a rogue rose one. I did not plant this one. This is the Camelot Rose, which is absolutely fun. Surprise that we got. Over here we have a salvia that we tucked in here. This is the Mystic Spires. Just a nice blue salvia that we love growing. It handles the heat pretty well for us. So, gorgeous. Lots more delphiniums over here. They're kind of towards the end of their life. They're shedding quite a bit, but it's still pretty when they shed. That's the Guardian Blue with that purple wash to it. It is absolutely stunning. And then this is our third stair step bench. Marigolds on top. Calabricoa, we did tuck in some kimono gold celotias on the side there. That'll kind of start to bloom soon. And then at the very bottom, we have some alyssum. Again, we're going to replace it with coxcomb soon. They're kind of not super happy with the heat, so that's totally fine. Over here, we have a foxglove that is in full bloom, pink panther. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. We did pot up some sweet potato vines. These are the Medusa. How pretty these are. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I think we're going to tuck them on the side of the stair step bench and see how they do. I love the inundated leaves on these. We did pot up a lot of Kauai peppermint vincas. These are great for the summertime. We loved having these last year in the container garden. They have a really great structure to them. I can't wait to show you guys how they grow, but they're so pretty. This is the last stair step bench. Lots of Calabricoa, lots of celotias, and then more Calabricoa at the bottom. So super pretty. I love this gold color and how it pairs well with the centers of all of the Calabricoa. So I'll show you guys some seedlings we have on the side of our house and the Lysianthus. This is where we water all of our houseplants. We just put them on this rack, give them a nice drink every week, and they're so beautiful. These are some pothos. We have some philodendrons over here. And these are all of our Lysianthus. They have been growing a lot. We need to fertilize them some more, but this is a great time of year to really give them a good liquid fertilizing and granular, and they'll start growing quite a bit. You know, these typically bloom for us in June, the second year planted ones. And then we're planting some more right now that will typically bloom in July for us, the first year planted ones. Rosie, what are you eating? Right, and then over here we have tons of amaryllis, you guys, that are starting to bloom. Look at these buds. That one's just about to open. I'm so excited. It's gonna be like Christmas all over again. This is when they typically bloom in the wild in their natural cycles, is in the springtime, not in the winter. We actually artificially get them to bloom for us during Christmas time by getting bulbs from the southern hemisphere. So once they kind of revert back, they always bloom for us in the springtime. These are more shade plants we have right underneath our kitchen window. We have lots of begonias and coleus and these really pretty lavender New Guinea impatiens. I'm obsessed with them. We had lots of cyclamen on this bench in the winter months, but they were not liking the heat wave we've been having, so we switched them out. And these flowers will do good for us until the end of spring. We'll replace them with sweet potato vines and some caladiums later on this summer. This is it's a perennial up north. If you guys know the name of it, let me know, but it's super pretty. In our container garden, this is just the green wizard, some impatiens, and some ivy. And of course, gotta have some shamrocks. So this is one of the nursery sections in our backyard where we grow a lot of plants that will go either into our container garden or clients' container gardens. There's some yarrow, rudbeckia, we have Sahara and Irish eyes back here. Those are really pretty. Some dahlias in the front, that blue lagoon dahlia. We have some cosmos and these really pretty white marigolds. They're absolutely gorgeous. Again, the birds just pecked away at them and they're kind of recovering now. But yeah, we'll tuck these into the container garden once a few things start to fizzle out. And then up here we have some dwarf coxcomb celotias, the man magenta, and we have lots of the dwarf Lysianthus. Those are a Julietta blue. It's a double dwarf one. The blue flower. It's going to be super gorgeous. And then in between here, we have some zinnias, some dwarf zinnias. So we have like Dreamland Coral, um, Dreamland Pink, Magellan Salmon. It's going to be really pretty down there. And this is our peach tree. This is a May Pride. We did one round of thinning. We need to thin it one more time, but these peaches are so good, you guys. They'll be ready in about, I want to say like a month, maybe a month from now. They'll be ready to pick, but they're the best peaches ever. But behind the peach tree, we have some Easter lilies. Look at these Easter lilies. They probably won't be blooming for Easter, but they'll be blooming right after Easter. So we'll tuck these. We won't put these in the full sun container garden, but we'll tuck them into the shade garden, and they'll be absolutely beautiful. I love growing Easter lilies. So we have some more plants over here, some Gomphrena, Fireworks Gomphrena. Ooh, this one's starting to bloom. That one's gonna be really pretty, like a pinky color to it. Some more salvias, some more celotias over here. We have all of our coxcombs on this bench over here that we're going to put in the container garden. Look at these, you guys. Look how many there are here. I think there's over 50 pots. Kind of a mix of the pink and the magenta. They're going to be so pretty. We use a lot more coxcombs because we put them in front of the container garden. We don't just put them on the stair step bench. So we grow a ton of them. They're so pretty. These are more dahlias. This is the Miss Mandy. She's just about to bloom. She's going to be a really pretty coral color. I do need to stake her. She's going to be absolutely gorgeous. But before we do the rest of the seedlings, I'm going to show you guys the shade garden over here. We had some Vinca minor tucked into that was growing in a pot, and it started growing in the foundation of our house. It kind of took over, but it looks so good. We have some more impatiens, the lavender impatiens tucked in with it. Some coleus, more of that wizard coleus. Some begonias, the wire vine. This is a rose dragonwing. Absolutely stunning. And then more impatiens over here, the New Guinea impatiens. I love this lavender color so much. Some ivy, an ivy hoop, some impatiens, some regular impatiens. And I think that's it for our shade garden. I'm going to talk loud in case the air conditioner is really loud. But these are some more plants we have. This is a Lavaterra. It's called Patio Pastels. So I've never grown a Lavaterra before, but this is supposed to be a dwarf variety that will do well in containers. So I'm super excited about that. They're supposed to have pink and white flowers. So that's our vibe. Back here are tons of seedlings that we have that we still need to plant. So some Florida Blue Lysianthus, some purple Gnome Gomphrena, Angelonias. We have some raspberry ones. Lots of fun varieties that I cannot wait to show you guys. We did seed some more zinnias down here to have a second succession. And then there's actually zinnias underneath of here. So we put crates on top of some of these plants just so that they're protected from the birds. Birds love going into our pots and kind of digging up any seeds that they can find. So we have the zinnias here, Lysianthus. We pinched some of them and we didn't pinch others, just so we had kind of a staggered bloom time. The pinched ones usually bloom in July and the non-pinched ones will bloom for us in June. So excited to have those. More coxcombs. We have lots of coxcombs here. We have some rudbeckias. We put 3 of them in this pot, which might be a little overkill, but 3 rudbeckias. This is the Sahara, and then this is the Irish Eye. So lots of these, mahogany hibiscus back there. And then we have some black Angelonia. I'm super excited to see these bloom. The black. It's going to be pretty. I'm super excited to see those. And then we have more sunflowers in containers here. So that's pretty much it, you guys. We have some Lysianthus over here that we still need to plant. And yeah, that's our garden tour, you guys. And definitely stay tuned to see everything grow and fill in. We'll be switching out a lot of containers within the next week and putting them over in the full sun garden. So anyways, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.